Yeah.
And also, I think personally that the most difficult game in that group will be the Iceland game. Because against Croatia, you know what to expect. The Croatians will come out to play because
a lot of midfield play.
They will come out to play. They will be expansive. They will be expressive. They will leave gaps behind. Against Argentina, the Argentines will do the same thing. They'll come out to play. And these two sides don't really have terrific defenses. We can counter with pace. We can score goals against them. But against Iceland, you fancy that when they come against Nigeria, because of the superiority in the individuals, they want to sit back. They want to park a bus. So it's difficult to break those kind of teams down.
On us and Europe.
So it's difficult to break an Iceland team down and easy to break an Argentina's side down because Argentina, you know what they do, Tamendi, they want to play a high line in defense and then maybe Musa gets a chance to get in behind that defense and will score. So we cannot take those two games lightly. The first two games, the Croatia and the Iceland, we cannot take it lightly because you do that at your own peril. But Austin, I am totally agreeing with you. We should give confidence and support to this team. I think we can look at this team and say, for what you're doing, I think this team can go to the World Cup and spring a few surprises.
I agree. And while it's important we win that game against Iceland and Croatia, we're worried about Argentina. But hey, let's just take a look at Argentina's run to the 2018 FIFA World Cup. It's very important we do that. These are the teams that qualified from South America. Brazil finished the World Cup qualifying campaign with 41 points. Uruguay, 31. See Argentina with 28. Qualified
by a hair's breadth.
I know. I mean, I'm looking for the right ones qualified because the entire country, they were wondering.
Their destiny was hanging by a thread.
What's going to happen if Argentina doesn't qualify for the World Cup? And then Peru ended with 26 points. Let's just run through their results. We have the statistics. We just put it together. That was the last game that actually gave them the World Cup ticket against beating Ecuador by 3-1. They couldn't beat Peru at home. You know, Argentina couldn't beat Venezuela at home. It was 1-1. Some would say, this is the qualifiers. No, you're as good as your last game. You are as good as your last games. And by the way, they even lost to the Super Eagles of Nigeria in their last friendly. Uruguay and Argentina played goalless. Bolivia defeated Argentina in the qualifiers. Argentina, this game, I remember very well, struggled to beat Chile. And then they defeated Colombia. This was actually the dominant display they had. But when they met Brazil, they were humbled.
Absolutely humble.
Lost at home to Paraguay. Played 2-2 at Peru. And remember, they didn't beat Peru at home. Played 2-2 at Peru. Played 2-2 at Venezuela. Remember, they didn't beat Venezuela at home also. And then they defeated Uruguay by a single goal. It's just for you to understand that with football, impossible is nothing. Yeah. I mean, current form is very important and all of that. But when people start asking questions and talk, maybe we're showing too much respect to Argentina at the World Cup.
Austin, you also have to you can understand why people dread Argentina. I mean, who wouldn't dread a side that have got people like Messi and Aguero and Dybala in their side? You've got to show them that respect. But also, it's important to also state that this Argentine side have proven over the years, because of the antecedents, that they're a tournament side.
They have.
They have a tournament side.
Yeah.
Qualifiers, they don't always blow teams away. But when it gets to the tournament...
They haven't won anything recently.
Yeah. When they get to the tournament...
They do well, but...
They've gotten to the Copa America final twice. They've gotten the win, the World Cup final in 2014. When they get to tournaments, they just have a way to turn on the style. And in their last game, that's why people keep talking about the individuals. In their last game, where they needed to qualify, I remember sitting up late in the night to see that game. When Argentina needed Messi he stepped up to the plate. That's the one thing that you have to give them credit for, because they still have individuals that... I told someone, Nigeria needs 11 players to play so well to beat Argentina. Argentina doesn't need 11 players to play so well.
Just pause right there. So Argentina ended that campaign, played 18, drew 7, won 6, and lost 5. Just so you can keep that information, you can use Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Let's go on this quick break. Now, when we come back, I'll read your tweets, and then we'll talk about the Flamingos. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Wow, we're getting loads of messages on our social media platforms, and I love it so much. And I want to encourage you to keep talking to us. Send us messages on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFN Sports. I've seen guys saying, would be saying all this if Argentina had not qualified for the World Cup. Hey, well, I mean, that's what Nyobong is saying. Quality when it's needed. I mean, you play everything against Argentina, Messi gets a free kick opportunity, takes it, and that's it. Take a run at the defenders, scores a goal, and that's it. That's what Italy didn't have. That's what Holland didn't have, and they didn't qualify for the World Cup.
That extra bit of quality with the Argentine squad. And it's not just about Messi. There's Dybala, there's Di Maria, there's Aguero, and these are guys who, in a flash, can have a bad game all through the game. 90 minutes, they're playing so poorly, but they've got that extra bit of quality with them that they can turn in the style in a flash. That's what we don't have, in all honesty.
Actually, some players are really growing into their ranks in Nigeria also. Like I said, especially against Argentina. The team was done in the first half. I mean, the Arsenal star showed up. And we needed just one man.
And it did it.
I mean, and he got it. Also recall a game against Zambia. The team was done. We're not playing fine. Right. We needed just one man to come down and get in there at the edge and get a goal. And yes, you might speak for Aguero and Messi, with due respect to them. But I think in Nigeria also, in the Nigerian squad, we've got Kelechi Iheanacho, we've got the Arsenal man. I don't know why his name is skipping my mind. Alex Iwobi. They can show up, and I mean they've shown it in the qualifiers also. I mean they've shown it against Argentina. We're 2 goals down, and then Kelechi Iheanacho had a free kick, late in the first half, and he converted, put it into that hedge. I think we're not building some quality into that shape also.
That mentality we talked about, beginning to have it. When some persons were saying Messi didn't play that friendly game, Victor Moses didn't play. It's a big influence.
It's about the mentality, because that people will say it was a friendly match, it's not a competitive fixture and all of that. But I'm looking at the performance. I'm looking at the kind of spirit and the commitment I saw from the players on the day. We're 2-0 down. We didn't give up. A Nigerian team will lie down and get walloped 4-0.
In the friendly game.
Now, but this is a side who said, no, we can't just lie down.
To find the purpose.
They can drive and grind out wins. Against Zambia, people talked about the fact that we didn't play well, but the key stat is the fact that we won.
That's right.
And that's something that I love with Gernot Rohr, because he's getting the players to understand that you have to be result-oriented. Once you're result-oriented, you do everything to get a result. You may not necessarily be having a champagne game, but you're playing with the purpose to win. You're playing for each other. You're marking for each other. When we lost to South Africa, we're complaining because the players were not united. They were not cohesive. But in the World Cup qualifiers, I saw a team that played with a lot of purpose.
That's right.
A team that played with a lot of desire.
That's right.
A team that, when they go into the field, everybody wants one thing, and that's victory.
And that's what they can take to the World Cup, and that's what they can take whenever they're meeting Argentina again and say, maybe we are doing everything but just respecting these guys, and that's why it goes the wrong way. Yeah, I know for us, we're going to talk about this.
It could be mind games, Austin.
I mean, it's allowed.
We're trying to give the Argentines respect so that they start underrating us. The Argentines will start saying, oh, they are already
scared.
We'll go there and we'll go there and we'll go toe-to-toe with them.
Okay. Just quick information that you can use. The Flamingos, they played 1-1 in the FIFA World Cup qualifier with Ethiopia, and we're waiting for the return leg. We don't have much time again, guys. I must say thank you so much, Toby Adekoju, for stopping by. Always a delight. And, of course, in your Bong Monday, thank you so much for your time on the show tonight. And, of course, to you, what can we do without you guys? This show gets interesting. I see loads of messages that you guys have been sending to us. Keep them coming on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFN Sports. That's the show for the team, the ever-winning sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.